so as you just saw, that was a clip from my 2024 video where I talked about my top 5 board games of all time. Blood Rage was ranked 5 in that list. I definitely need to do an updated list for 2025, and of course part 2 with the 6 through 10 board games. But today is a big day because we just got the release of Blood Rage Valhalla. I didn't get a chance to look at it all day today. I was so excited about it. I can't wait to see it, and let's take a look at how the campaign is looking right now. I'm just so stoked because the production behind this game was crazy 8 years ago. I can't imagine all the time they took to make this one that much better. All right, here we go. There's no way they'll mess this up.
Are you ready to...
Wow. That was probably 25% of the amount of disappointment I had when I first saw this trailer, and that's why I immediately wanted to turn on the camera and start talking to you all about it. So I normally don't make videos like this. My daily vlogs are just, you know, chilling and random and talk about everything and anything. Rarely do I make a full-on bashing video because I always like to celebrate the hobby, but Jesus, what the heck happened here? I'm gonna say sorry and apologize ahead of time if I happen to know the person that made this video. But for a game that is as beloved as this, to have a production like this 8 years later is like the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen in my entire life. This is crazy. Where we stopped in that little clip a second ago was where I actually stopped when I watched this because I just turned off immediately because I was so disappointed. Okay, so you hear launch trailer, you're expecting like the craziest types of video. And immediately we have a pan backwards of a map into this MS Paint of figures hopping onto Yggdrasil. These figures look so bad. You can even see how sharp the back edge is, and just throwing in some smoke. Like, this is 3 layers. We have a layer of a map, we have a layer of some story block smoke, and then we have some MS Paint of figures. And then we have a slamming of some tokens. I can't believe I just saw a stock image meteor hitting the map. Something that I can just drag and drop in 2 seconds. And then the next line. And then the next line we have, are you ready? We have 12 seconds of drag and drop, 5-minute ready to edit footage. That is so sad for a game that could have had one of the most epic comebacks ever. I mean, come on, this is Blood Rage. It is a beloved game. It has a competitive scene now. So many people know about this game, and this is just like the first entry in a series of 3 glorious titles. The comeback for this, the anticipation for this was just off the freaking charts. And I can't believe those 12 seconds just immediately shot my mood from excitement, complete utter excitement, to just bloop, like, whoa. Honestly, I'd rather be working than spending any more time on this. So let's just take a quick look. I'm gonna try to be optimistic here, and hopefully there's a major turnaround a little bit later in the campaign, and maybe that's something to surprise us a week or 2 from now. So, why Blood Rage Valhalla? Strengthen your clan with the power of the gods. Damn, we love the emotion held behind this statement. And then we get to this glorious Blood Rage game board. Okay, I'm not gonna take credit for that. I saw that in the comment and I laughed out loud because I could not think of anything else when I saw this comment, because it is literally, I can't believe Blood Rage got a Clue treatment here with the game board. Instead of fighting in an epic arena, instead of being out there in a bloodbath in the mountains, I don't know, something friggin' insane and wild and with Yggdrasil and all that, we are fighting here in a house. The very first thing we get is a Clue-styled map. Second thing we get are 5, not 4, but 5 cardboard tokens. And then we get into 0 gameplay, 0 gifs of how the new mechanics work. Instead, we have 5 clans and 40 trooper minis. I'm skipping all of this because, you know, as much as I love minis, I want to know about the game. Okay, we get shadow reveals, 12 new monsters to be unlocked later on. Nowadays, this is nowhere near at the presentation as it should be for a modern campaign, because we have no gameplay. It seems like Tycoon Games was trying to put on that CMON level of production with like mini reveals and everything, but honestly, it just doesn't hit the same at all, because at this day and age, everyone has minis everyone has all of these really cool epic statue type games. What differentiates the game nowadays is definitely the gameplay, and we're not getting any of that within the first part of the campaign. And then immediately we go into an upgrade apparently. So there's an expansion right before we get any kind of sense of how to play the first game. Okay, looking at the rulebook here, we have pretty much the same components as we would have in the original. I'm sad to not have like dual layered player boards at this point, which would have been awesome. We probably get the basic clan sheets, which in the original game works fine, but again, it's been almost a decade and we still don't have any updates for that. Game components, we have the exact same clans as before, the bear, raven, wolf, stag, and serpent clans, but it's pretty much just new figures, new monster figures again. Looking at the clan sheet, everything looks the same. We still have upgrade slots. We still have a rage track and axes and horns, which is fine because the original game, is amazing for that. I haven't seen anything new just yet. Here are the cards. So we're still drafting cards apparently, but everything looks exactly the same. We still have a strength bonus and a special ability, the type of god that this is used for, battle cards, quest cards, upgrade cards, everything looks exactly the same. And then phases of play, we have a god that arrives, and then you draft the god's gifts, which is the card drafting mechanic there. You have an action quest, and then you prove valor and release warriors. Okay, you still have a summon where you can bring a figure from your reserve anywhere on the map except for the middle. You have a march, which allows you to move your figures. You have an upgrade, which allows you to put an upgrade card from your hand onto play. You still can quest and contest. I'm looking at this rulebook through the 15, 16 pages so far, and I don't see anything that's truly different other than the Rainbow Bridge module coming soon, which is supposed to connect the old Blood Rage with the old Blood Rage. Okay, pledge tiers here at the gates of Valhalla. $85 for Valhalla for everything that is exactly the same. And then the Hall of Heroes bundle with the expansion, still not knowing how to play the game, $225. Retail, $340. Okay, from a quick dive into the campaign, I can't stop laughing because I'm just like, I'm so shocked at what I'm seeing here. $225 gets you everything. And from a baseline look, it looks like a reskin of the old one, but worse. And that's so sad because there was so much time in between the original and now. Just seeing the box cover, I'm like, oh dang, this is gonna be crazy. We're gonna get all new mechanics. We're gonna get updates to the old one. We can link the old game to the new game. But what's the point of linking the old game to the new game when it's kind of linking itself? If anything, this could have just been a Blood Rage reprint instead of Blood Rage reskinned into Valhalla with alternate minis. That's all it comes down to. And then you're fighting in a house. I'm just so confused because we have an infinite amount of landscapes that could have been utilized for something as epic as this, with raging Viking clans fighting for glory. How are we fighting for glory at the dinner table? Like, it almost seems like a joke. I thought it was something that was, a pun or something made fun of. And then I realized that, oh, frick, this is all real. We were fighting over the dinner table. +3 damage for throwing green apples, but if you got the red one, that's +5. It makes sense now why they didn't show a GIF of the new gameplay mechanics, because what are the new gameplay mechanics? So I guess that's why they're trying to appeal with full-on minis. And at the end of the day, they made $634,000 at the time of this recording. So they can just run with this and it'll be fine. It's just sad to see a game that I was so excited for and anticipating to be shown like this. So as of right now, I'm not going to be backing this one at all. I'm just going to pretend this one doesn't exist for a bit, unless something completely and drastically changes from now until the next 29 days when this is over. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, what are your thoughts about this? Do you see anything redeemable about Valhalla? Am I missing something here? Is there something here that is eluding me as a consumer too for Blood Rage Valhalla? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Change my mind, please, because I want Blood Rage to feel redeemable. And as of right now, this is crazy. So if you're here to the very end, go ahead and comment house for the really cool house we're gonna fight each other in. It's gonna be crazy throwing apples at each other, yo. Thank you all so much for watching my little rant here. I will see you all tomorrow morning.